Hi, today is May 28th, 2023, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 869 for the year Not Full. As I was leaving Far Rockaway yesterday, I took a picture of the moon. The moon was definitely not full when I took the picture. I know because I checked right before I took the picture and it was not full. But in the picture I took, it looked full. I took the picture and then I looked at the picture and the moon looked full in the picture. And then I looked back up at the sky, at the moon, because am I crazy? And maybe I am, but not about the moon. I mean, yes, I am crazy about the moon. I fucking love the fucking moon. But I wasn't crazy about the moon not being full last night. It was not full. So I don't know what is up with this picture I took. Poem number 870, first quarter. Not because I still thought that maybe I was crazy, but because I wanted to know exactly what phase the moon was in. I looked that shit up, and can I say that it is fucking wonderful that I can sit here outside the laundromat and write poems on my phone, and if I want to know what phase the moon was in yesterday, I can just look that shit up and fucking know? I think that's fucking amazing. So it was in first quarter last night, and tonight it will be waxing gibbous, and if you're scoring at home, last night the moon was in Virgo, as it will be tonight, but tomorrow it will still be in waxing gibbous phase, but it will be in Libra. If you'd like to know what the significance of the moon being in Libra or Virgo or whatever is, you would have to look that shit up because I don't know jack fuck about astrology. Poem number 871, half. When the moon is in first quarter phase, it is not a quarter but a half moon. The second quarter phase is the full moon. After it's full, it wanes until it's a half again, and then that's the quarter phase. And then it keeps on waning until it dies and is reborn as a new moon. Tonight's moon will be 10 days old and will still look like a half, unless maybe I take another picture of it, in which case it might look full. Poem number 872, not half. It was a long, long time before I learned the British expression not half. It means totally, or to a considerable degree. So if, for example, if back in the 70s you had asked Ian Dury, who is British, do you think Noel Coward and Van Gogh and Einstein were clever bastards, he might have replied, not half. And then he might have said, do you think I ought to write a song about what clever bastards those clever bastards were? To which you might have replied, not half. And then he might have gone and written, there ain't been some clever bastards. And if you happen to have had that conversation with Ian Dury back in the late 70s, then I owe you a tremendous debt of gratitude, because if you were to ask me, do you love that song, There Ain't Been Some Clever Bastards by Ian Dury, I would most emphatically say, not half. Poem number 873, unrequited. I love that fucking song, but it doesn't love me back. And I fucking love Scorsese, but he doesn't love me back. And I love the fucking moon and sky and mountains and the sea. I fucking love a lot of things that don't fucking love me. Poem number 874, motion and emotion. Sometimes when I'm moved, it moves you, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes when you're moved, it moves me, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes when people are moved, they create a movement, and sometimes they don't. There's a lot of motion and emotion that moves, and a lot of motion and emotion that doesn't. And the last poem of the day is poem number 875, The Stupidest Thing. Posing for that picture the night before last may have been the silliest thing I did the night before last, but it sure wasn't the stupidest thing. I think I will leave it at that. I think that is all I will say, except that I hope beyond reason that I don't do something more stupid today. That's it. Thank you. As always, I appreciate you.